In a world that is just constantly screaming for our attention, how do we actually get anything done? I don't mean just staying busy, but making real actual progress. So today, we're going to break down a really powerful framework that's designed to help you cut through all that noise and start building a life of focused achievement.
All right, let's just start with a really direct question, and I want you to be honest with yourself here. At the end of a long day, you know that feeling when you're just exhausted from juggling everything? Are you tired because you were productive, or are you just tired from being distracted? It's a huge difference.
And this is a perfect way to think about it, right? On one side, you've got feeling busy. That's the storm. Constant notifications, a million tabs open, and a to-do list that just seems to get longer. But on the other side, that's being productive. That's focused, deep work that actually leads to clear outcomes and a feeling of meaningful progress.
And that really gets to the heart of it. This is such a powerful diagnosis. The real problem for most of us isn't a lack of time, it's a lack of focus. We're letting our attention get stolen piece by piece all day long.
So what are the culprits here? Well, it really boils down to two main enemies of your focus, the things that keep us just spinning our wheels without getting anywhere. One of them is external, and you guessed it, the other one's internal. First up, the external enemy, the endless scroll. You know what I'm talking about. Social media, news feeds, email chains. It's this fire hose of information that's literally designed to keep you passively consuming. But let's just be blunt about it. Passively consuming stuff will never, ever lead to actively creating the life you actually want. And then there's the second culprit, the one that's inside our own heads, overthinking. This is just analysis paralysis, plain and simple. We spend so much time planning and worrying and strategizing that we never actually start doing the thing. It feels like you're being productive, like you're preparing, but it's really just another form of hiding. Okay, so we've laid out the problem. And the good news is there's a simple, pretty elegant solution. So now we're going to pivot from just diagnosing the distraction to outlining a super clear framework for deliberate, focused action.
So what's the alternative to all that scrolling and overthinking? Well, there's a clear command, a system you can actually implement tonight that could completely change how you approach tomorrow.
And believe it or not, the entire system boils down to this single number. It's not some complicated 50-step productivity hack you're going to forget in a week. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's a three-part method that's super easy to remember.
So let's get into it. It's called the three-step winning method. This is a super practical system for turning that daily chaos into clarity and making sure you achieve something significant every single day. Now, what's so smart about this is the sequence. Step 1. Writing down 3 tasks the night before. That primes your brain and gets rid of decision fatigue in the morning. Step 2, doing the hardest one first. That uses your brain when it's fresh and creates this amazing momentum. And step 3, well, that's the secret weapon.
So what do we even mean by the hardest task? It's not just about what's the most difficult. It's the one task that, if you get it done, creates the biggest domino effect towards your major goals. It's that one thing that makes everything else either easier or totally irrelevant. You nail this, and you've already won the day before 10 a.m.
And here it is. This is the most challenging, but without a doubt, the most critical part of the whole system. Ignore everything else. That means closing your email, putting your phone on silent, saying no to every single little distraction until that one most important task is done. This is where real focus is built.
So why does a simple method like this work so well? Because it's not really about managing tasks at all. It's about fundamentally changing who you are, reshaping your identity through the incredible power of compounding effects.
Just look at how these things build on each other. When you complete your hardest task, you build momentum. That momentum makes it easier to create intense focus. That intense focus naturally starts to eliminate distractions. And when you repeat this day after day, you build incredible discipline, which ultimately solidifies a new identity, a winner's mindset. You start to see yourself as someone who actually does what they say they're going to do.
And that brings us to this powerful conclusion. It's not about these grand, once-a-year resolutions that we all make and break. It's through small, consistent, focused daily wins. Day by day, task by task. That is how you build a life of real achievement.
So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Focus isn't some magical talent you're either born with or you're not. It's a muscle. It's a skill. And maybe most importantly, it's a deliberate choice you get to make every single morning about what truly matters.
Which leaves us with one final and really practical question. Don't just think about this. Do it. Tonight, before you go to bed, actually decide what is your single